how do I create a robust teacher environment for students? I think in terms of the needs of the students, they're very different from the students we were in our time. So we bring across our students a sense of purpose, a sense of challenge as well, and also relevance in what they're learning and they're doing. So for example, in our lessons for music, I got students to collaborate with each other. They create music together, they perform the music together, and most importantly, they actually bring the music to the community as well. So for example, in our lessons, we also get our students to plan activities to engage the elderly in learning instruments together in a few sessions. We also engage our students in terms of co-curricular activities. For example, the performing arts. We bring experience of performing to, let's say, the stages, for example VCH, and perform with the elderly together. So we get to learn and experience life together with the students and also the elderly.
I have implemented different teaching methods to engage my students in lessons, such as engaging them in class debates, creating online language games like Kahoot, Word Wall, etc., and also recognizing my students' different learning abilities. I've also created different DI methods for my kids or for my students, where the activities will be more on hands-on, such as drawing, acting, and games. Okay, I've ensured a safe and supportive environment for my students, where they will be able to feel comfortable to share their ideas, their thinkings, and also ask questions freely. And I also have encouraged them to share their knowledge and also to help the weaker students in the class. And I usually give regular feedback during class assignments or class discussions so that they will be able to improve on their level of learning.
They are allowed to set their own success criteria after they know their learning intentions. So, like for example, for a start, the teacher will guide the students to create their own success criteria, and slowly, when they are comfortable with the success criteria, they can actually come up some of their own criteria. And like for example, if a student is they want to challenge themselves, so they can set a higher order success criteria. So it's very much student directed, and they take ownership of their learning rather than the teacher decide how they should learn and how success is measured for them.
What advice can I give to young teachers? Well, behind every child and every behavior is a story. How much we can unlock out of the story and use it to teach our students will also determine how well they will respond to us. So my advice is really take time to uncover the story behind each child.
Well, when I see the young teachers and interact with them through my mentoring sessions, I really admire them actually. I admire their enthusiasm, their knowledge of pedagogies, and I learn a lot from them. When it comes to technology use, as well as the way they employ different pedagogies to suit the students. And I guess when I talk to them, I always try to paint teaching as a long-term vocation to me, because that's how I see teaching. And the schools will try and stretch them very much, especially in the first few years. Always teachers are very stressed, but they have to take care of themselves, their health, their families, and look after their mental health as well. Go and learn as much as you can. There's a whole lot of learning out there, and that's what I enjoy about teaching, and that's why to me the profession never was static, because I could always learn and grow. I never was stagnant ever. So I feel that teaching as a profession has benefited me in that sense too, and I try to tell the young teachers that they should seek opportunities of growth whenever they can.
What advice would I give young teachers in the profession? I think they should seek mentorship. It's best to learn through the experience of others as well, so that people who have gone before them could advise them how to do things better, and maintain a growth mindset. Should they encounter any challenges, don't be afraid, keep trying. Be innovative in their teaching. So different strategies work for different students. So try a variety of strategies to help different students. Of course, they must love their students. So if you love your students, I believe you'll do your best for your students. And most importantly, exercise self-care. So in the profession, you will actually spend a lot of time and energy on your students, but do not neglect your family, your loved ones. Take care of yourself by keeping healthy, doing exercises.
How have I shared my light with others? To quote a former principal, ours is God's school. We are where we are today, and I'm able to serve PL for 46 years is through the grace of the Lord. We have seen His hands in all aspects. We have to work with humility and to have a passion on what we are doing. I would like all those who come behind me to find us faithful, and they will be called forward to serve the school with graciousness and to give cheerfully.
Perhaps I have to paraphrase that question. Maybe what I feel gave me the deepest memory across the 20 years of my teaching. I've been in ACS Barker, I've been in MGS, and now I'm in ACJC. So hello to all my ex-colleagues. Back then I was a uniform groups teacher in Scouts. Being a uniform groups teacher, many fond memories. Teaching, inculcating values in camps, overseas trips, impacting, back then it was ACS Barker, also the boys, with many different avenues. So one memorable one was the overseas trip to Hong Kong, and the biggest impact that the boy thought I made was I forced him to eat vegetables. So how did I know that it made an impact? Because during one of the reflections in Sec 4, he named me as the most influential teacher in his life because I got him started to eat vegetables where he didn't do so for the rest of his life. So yeah.
How have I shared my light with others? I think for me it's to be a listening ear for my colleagues as well as my students. For them to share with me their problems so that I can be a prayer partner for them, to pray with them or even to just pray for them. I recall an incident where I received a phone call from my student in the middle of the night when she had a quarrel with her mom and she was going to run away from home. And I quickly spoke to her and prayed with her, and everything turned out well. Maybe some teachers will find that it is quite a trouble, for someone to wake you up in the middle of the night. But for me, it was indeed a privilege that out of so many people, she chose to speak to me because she knew that I would be there for her. Yeah. So I think that's something I want to continue doing.